Hello students, welcome to online classes. Today we are going to discuss about an interesting topic, that is Gulliver's Travel from your 6th lesson C reading. Observe these pictures. What do you think about these pictures? Hope somebody are thinking they are cartoons and somebody are thinking that they are fairy tales, right? Students, check these images. Here are some of your favorite cartoons. Let us check about each and every cartoon in detail.
Hey, this is my favorite cartoon, Frozen. It's an animation movie. In that, you can see a blue dress girl. Her name is Elsa. She has an ice power, so she could save the Arendelle. In the movie, Elsa has a sister. Her name is Anna. Their actions in the movie entertain us a lot.
Hey, here is my favorite cartoon, Spider-Man. In this cartoon, he is bitten by a radioactive spider. After that, he will be able to swing with spider webs. And also, he will be able to climb up and down. With his power, he would fight with bad people and save the city.
Hey, here is my another favorite cartoon, Doraemon. Doraemon is a cat robot. His best friend is Nobita. That girl is Shizuka. Jian and Sunil. All are best friends. Doraemon has different gadgets to help Nobita from troubles. Doraemon has a pocket. From his pocket, he can take out different gadgets. In that, with help of anywhere door and bamboo copter, they can go wherever they want to. Oh, actually, I wish to have these two because I can go wherever I want. This is my favorite cartoon.
Hey, this is my favorite movie, Avengers. Avengers is fiction and action movie. In this image, you can see that there are many characters. They have their own powers too. My favorite character is Iron Man.
In these cartoons and movies, we can see extraordinary actions which we cannot see in our regular life. If these types of actions occur in our life, how you feel?
Of course, if any extraordinary actions occurs in our life, we will feel surprised.
Here is a drama with fairy tales, Cinderella. This drama was performed with the practice, and these actions was already planned. In this drama, we see Godmother and Cinderella. We can see them on stage and in movies. We can't face them in our regular life. If anybody encounters this, you will have happy or sad incidents.
Based on these type of activities, here is our lesson, Gulliver's Travels. This is an autobiography. In this Gulliver's Travel, Gulliver, a sailor, was caught in the land of giants. This is how he described his experience in this lesson. Some people were sailing on the sea, including Gulliver. They are very tired in a journey. They are badly searching for an island. On some wonderful day, they discover a land. Immediately after looking at the land, captain of that ship sent a dozen of his men with the vessels for water, if any could be found. When they came to land, they understood that there was no river no spring, nor any inhabitants. Then the Gulliver went on to explore, but the country was barren and rocky. Then the Gulliver turned back to join the crew. Here Gulliver saw them getting into the boat and rowing for life to get to the ship. Before Gulliver could reach them, he observed a huge creature walking after them in the sea as fast as he could. The water of the ocean reached only till his knees. However, the monster was unable to overtake the speeding boat. By looking all these things, Gulliver was afraid a lot. He hid himself in the nearby field. So, what happened to the Gulliver? This is our lesson we are going to discuss. Let's start. Gulliver's Travels. Students, here is a glossary for your better understanding for the lesson. You will definitely go through this. Inhabitant. A person who lives in a particular place. Monster. A big, cruel and frightening person. Hedge. A row of closely planted, low-growing trees forming a boundary. Reaping hook. A curved blade with a short handle used to cut grass or crops. Scream. To cry loudly because of fear or excitement or anger. Apron. A piece of cloth that is worn to protect our clothes. Students, let's start our lesson, Gulliver's Travels. When a person tells the story of his life in his own words, it is called an autobiography. Gulliver, a sailor, was once caught in the land of chains. This is how he described his experience. Here once again I am repeating the sentence, first sentence. When a person tells the story of his life in his own words, it is called autobiography. If the same story told by some other person, he is called biography. In this lesson, we are going to discuss an autobiography, some of Gulliver's experiences. On the 16th of June 1730, we discovered land. Our captain sent a dozen men with vessels for water, if any could be found. When we came to land, we saw no river or spring nor any inhabitants. I went on to explore. The country was barren and rocky. I turned back to join the crew, only to see them getting into the boat and rowing for life to get to the ship. After traveling in the sea for many days, they badly need some rest. So finally, they discovered a land. Immediately, their captain sent a dozen men with the vessels for water. But there is no water, no spring. So, after looking this, Gulliver went to explore some other place. But in the meantime, he didn't get anything. So he turned back to his boat. But before joining to his crew, he only see them that they are getting into the boat to rowing for life to get to the ship. Before I could reach them, I observed a huge creature walking after them in the sea as fast as he could. The water of the ocean reached only up to his knees. However, the monster was unable to overtake the speeding boat. I turned back quickly and climbed up a steep hill with fields of barley on either side and the corn rising up to 40 feet. There was a fence to pass from one field to other. Gulliver observed a huge creature after their crew. After looking this, Gulliver was terribly afraid and he hid himself nearby field. It was impossible for me to climb because every step was 6 feet high. I was trying to find a gap in the hedge when I discovered one of the inhabitants in the next field walking towards the fence. He was of the same size as the creature chasing the boat. I was struck with utmost fear and astonishment and ran to hide myself. He called in a voice much louder than a trumpet. It sounded like a thunder. 7 monsters like him came towards the field, ready to reap the corn. They carried a reaping hook, which was very big. When one of the reapers approached where I lay hidden, I screamed as loud as I could. The creature stopped reaping, picked me up between his thumb and forefinger, and brought me close to his eyes, 60 feet above the ground. He looked at me with curiosity and blew my hair aside to get a better view of my face. Here Gulliver hid himself in the field, but unfortunately it was harvest time. So some of men from that place came to harvest, who are in the same size as the creature as who chased the boat. They carried a reaping hook which was very big. Then they started reaping. When they started reaping, a huge creature heading towards the Gulliver. By looking at this, Gulliver screamed as loud as he could. After listening to his voice, that huge creature stopped reaping and picked up Gulliver with his thumb and forefinger. Then the Gulliver lifted up by this huge creature. He looked at Gulliver with a great surprise as Gulliver was very small to him. That huge creature or the former blew hair aside to get a better view of Gulliver's face. With a great surprise, that huge creature called his friends and gently placed me on the ground. They all sat on the ground to take a good look at me. I walked slowly backward and forward, pulled off my hat and made a low bow towards the farmers. I tried to speak to them loudly in several languages. Each time I did so, the farmer who picked me up held his ear very close to me, but in vain. The farmer took me to his house and placed me at some distance on the dining table, which was 30 feet high from the floor. Here, these huge creatures didn't do any harm to Gulliver. That was very happy thing for Gulliver, and they were trying to converse each other, but they did not understand what Gulliver is saying. After some time, the former or the huge creature who picked up Gulliver took Gulliver to his house and placed on the dining table, which was almost 30 feet above from the floor. This is the dinner time. Dinner was brought for the former in a dish, which was 10 feet in diameter. The former's wife crumbled some bread and placed it before me. In the middle of the dinner, I heard a noise behind me. It was a purring of a cat. that was 10 times larger than an ox. The farmer's wife was stroking him. Then entered the farmer's 1-year-old son in the arms of a lady. On seeing me, the child grabbed me from the table and put my head into his mouth. I shouted so loudly that the baby dropped me. I would have broken my neck if the mother had not held her apron under me. Later, she put me on her own bed and covered me with a clean white kerchief. I slept dreaming of my home, my wife, my children. By this, we completed our lesson Gulliver Travel. He faced different types of extraordinary actions in this lesson. Based on the lesson, here are the questions. First one, why was Gulliver left alone on the island? Answer, Gulliver left alone on the island because his companions didn't check about all travelers' arrival as they were chased by a huge creature. Second one, what did the monster do? Answer, monster chased the boat. Third one, how big are the monsters? Answer, monsters are as like as the huge creature who chased the boat in the ocean. Fourth question, what did the baby do? How was he saved? So in this question, two parts are there. First one is what did the baby do? And the second one, how was he saved? Let's check the answer. The baby, farmer's 1-year-old son, grabbed Gulliver from the table and put Gulliver's head into his mouth. This is the answer for the first part of the question. And for the second part, Gulliver shouted so loudly that the baby dropped Gulliver. In this way, Gulliver was saved. Fifth question. Have you ever lost your way? What did you do then? Share your experience. Students, this is an open-ended question. You have to answer by your own. By this, we completed our lesson, Gulliver Travels. Thank you. We'll meet in the next class.